It's Pro Stock Tractor time in Tomah, Wisconsin. A class, Greg, that really hasn't changed much in its rules in the past 20 or 30 years. But one thing is for certain, a whole lot of performance.
And what you just said, the rules haven't changed. That makes it one of the showcase pieces of fans come out to see it. And the Pro Stocks here in Tomah, first time out for points, they're going to be going for bear.
They will definitely be a build and boost. Pro Stock Tractors in the gateway to Cranberry Country out here where the I-Divider Snowmobile Club is very well into the Tomah Tractor Bowl as we get set to bring you Pro Stocks and kicking things off a family that has been involved in two-wheel, four-wheel pulling. You have to go back a lot of years to find a tractor in this. Brandon Simon continues to carry the legacy out of Farley, Iowa. This, the loud and heavy John Deere Pro Stock.
Well, this is the first time I can recall them having Pro Stocks. They had light unlimiteds and so forth like that, but
two-wheel drives, four-wheel drives trucks way back in the day.
But yeah, it's very unique to see them in there. But you know what? Anytime it has a Simon name on it, it's always running toward the top. So we'll see what they have this year with a pair of Pro Stocks.
Thinking of Roger Simon. And Brandon, who's in charge there, Simon Beef, at 327 and 6, and a very nice effort for the loud and heavy John Deere.
But they think they can do better. I'm hearing from trackside that they have dropped that pull.
Wow, that is a big gamble there, but leave it to the Simon crew. They will gamble a little bit. Rob Russell, here's another blast from the past, but back in the day, super stock puller. This is the Workhorse Pro, a Case IH 225.
He's a farmer, and, you know, he's been pulling in this Pro Stock class, I bet, nearly a decade now or better. And so he's starting to be a familiar name in the Pro Stock. But, yeah, his name was synonymous with Super Stock diesel pulling way back in 87 or 8, I think was his rookie debut.
Yep, over 41 years here and loving it. Pro Stock action, Workhorse Pro. Well, you can hear the power of that 10,000-pound Pro Stock as Robbie Russell puts it out at 338 and 5.
Yeah, and that's our first official hook, and that's a very good one. It looks like they got the sled set well. Good job, Ironman crew.
The Die Hard Deer out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Travis Wildman up next.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about another blast from the past. They were Grand National champions back around the end of the first decade of the millennium. And so no paint on the name, but yeah, Die Hard Deer, Edgerton, Wisconsin, Travis Wildman coming back and looking good doing it. Just down the road, not too far.
We can take a look at that big exhaust stack here in our Pro Stock tractors. He's on it. Oh, 9 and 4 for Travis.
Yeah, Travis comes up short of Robbie Russell's mark for the lead, but good to see him back in the sport.
Well, here comes the new Generation Plus John Deere out of Helenville, Wisconsin. It's Esden Lemke.
And this tractor, 7th place on the Grand National Pro Stock Tour. Had a win here in Tomah, 8 top finishes in all, and Lemke Motorsports is part of sponsor of this weekend's event here in Tomah.
Yep, no stranger to the Tomah area at all. And they're going to put their money where their mouth is right now in competition. The new Generation Plus Esden Lemke behind the wheel. That's a good effort for that young man as he goes 3:26 and 7.
Yeah, moves into second place with that run, 12 feet back of the Workhorse Pro.
Well, we'll bring up a tractor that's got a lot of good history to it. Bill Miller had the Cruisin' Mule for so many years out of Dubuque, Iowa. This is Jason Miller on board that IH 1466.
Yeah, son, Jason used to campaign the other tractor called the Red Mule. I haven't seen the Red Mule in a while, but Cruisin' Mule's still in their stable. 1466, looking good. And a mainstay on the Pro Stock division way back in the Larry Shope Ed Islandfeld days. Still mixing it up and mixing it up well.
And the Cruisin' Mule trotting on down to 3:15 and 5.
Yeah, Miller takes over the third spot with that run. It's Russell, Lemke, and Miller rounding out our top three here in Tomah in the early going.
Well, this young lady is next to saddle up here. It's the Mac Daddy ride at John Deere 8410 out of Beloit, Ohio. It's Julie Ray.
Yeah, she's over Connie Farms there in northeastern Ohio. She's been pulling for over a dozen years. Husband Tate and Braxton. Third place on the 19 Grand National Point Tour. 3 wins, Hutchinson, Canton, and Sandwich. 12 top 5s in all. Very decorated puller. And Mac Trailer, a major sponsor of the NTPA.
Every ounce of power there. 3:30 and 5.
Julia bolts past Esden Lemke to take over second place. 10,000 Pro Stocks are showing their stuff here in Tomah, Cranberry Country.
Mike Lawyer up next. Hagerstown, Indiana, wrapped up with a vengeance. The John Deere 5020.
And Mark is a very accomplished puller, 32 years plus in the sport. Wife Connie and grandson Hayden's a lot along with the crew. And had a fourth place here in Tomah 2 years ago, 3 top 5 finishes, kind of on an abbreviated schedule. This year's looking to run the entire tour. Glad to have him back full time.
Mark ends up at 3:31 and 3.
And Lloyd pushes Mac Daddy to third, taking over second place. Rob Russell still leads our way at 3:38 and 5. Still some serious competition back in the wings here in our Pro Stock class from Tomah. Stay tuned for more.
The NTPA Web Mall at shopntpa.com is your online outlet for NTPA championship pulling apparel and merchandise that suits your style and shows your love of your favorite motorsport. NTPA Championship Pulling Attire identifies you as a proud pulling fan, and it makes great gifts for family and friends. Piggy banks, travel mugs, toys, and collectibles. It's all there and available 24/7, 365 at shopntpa.com.
Mac Trailer has grown to be the nation's foremost manufacturer of dump, flatbed, and transfer trailers, straight truck bodies, dry bulk pneumatic tanks in both food grade and raw materials, as well as an entire line of liquid tank trailers equipped for gas, oil, fertilizer, or food grade materials. We are proud to say the success of Mac Trailer can be attributed to a quality product built by quality people, complemented by an experienced and knowledgeable sales staff and professional authorized dealer network.
not just a pull. It's an experience. It's the 46th anniversary of the Budweiser Dairyland Truck and Tractor Pull in Tomah, Wisconsin. An experience you don't want to miss. June 23rd through 25th. 3 days, 5 action-filled shows for your entertainment. It's a pull you'll want to keep coming back to. For more information, go to TomahTractorPull.com or our Facebook page. The Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pull, Recreation Park, Tomah, Wisconsin.
NTPA Championship Pulling is presented by Case IH. Be ready with Case IH. By O'Reilly Auto Parts. Angry Farmer Products. Mack Trailers. Hot Shot Secret. Sempico Lubricants. And by Enderley Fuel Injection. Welcome back to NTPA Championship Pulling here, and right in the thick of things pro stock wise. This John Deere coming to the line is the Mack Nasty, the John Deere 8410 out of Beloit, Ohio. This is Mike Connie.
And Mike Connie is the owner of Mack Trailer and a very successful trailer production company. He is runner-up in the 19 points, had 3 wins on that year, 12 top 5 finishes. Just a fantastic year in operation there in pulling and in business.
Boy, Mike keeps it right in bounds, but he was drifting all over the place. 3, 25, and 2.
I'll put Mike in the 5th place, but I think getting on the brake really caused him some feet down there.
Here comes the Revelation Pro, IH 5688 out of Hereford, Texas. John Link coming to play.
Yeah, and we saw this tractor last year in Rockwell, Iowa, debut under the hand of Robbie Lemke. And I think Robbie had a hand in this particular tractor. So really last year was the first year seeing the tractor and the John Link name. So we're glad to have him. Looking forward to seeing what he can do here on tour.
Front end up, good power down line, 331 and 2.
Yeah, Link comes to Tomah and takes over 3rd place. It's Workhorse Pro wrapped up, and Revelation Pro is our top 3.
Here's a good-looking ride all the way from Rockwood, Pennsylvania. It's a John Deere 8360. It's the bootlegger and Jason Savanovic.
And Jason Savanovic, the one thing that I hear from event to event is, wow, did you see how big that bootlegger rig coming through is? It's very impressive. And Jason's self-employed, been pulling for a number of years. 4th place in the 19 Grand National Point standings. Had a win in Mount Sterling, Illinois, and 13 top 5 finishes.
So the bootlegger, very respectable, 334 and 7.
He takes over 2nd place, and the competitors are inching closer to that Robbie Russell mark. Off the mark right now by 4 feet.
Well, we'll bring you the coal-fired John Deere. This one also out of Rockwood, Pennsylvania. This is Spencer Savanovic.
Yeah, and this is Spencer's rookie season, debuting on the NTPA Grand National Circuit. And the young man obviously has a good piece of equipment underneath him, and look for great things for the Savanovics in 2021 and beyond.
See if Jason's been able to pass any intel along to his son here in the coal-fired ride. He'll build the boost. It'll go white, gray, black, and he'll be on it. He'll get the red flag from Robert Mann at the top end, and it'll be 333 and 6.
Yeah, Spencer shows the skills of a veteran, not a rookie, as he moves into 3rd right behind his dad by a foot or so.
More John Deere for you. Green with envy out of Clay, Kentucky. It's Denny Brown.
Denny Brown, a number of years ago, was a big competitor in our Super Farm division and moved to the Pro Stock division. And it's a good-looking ride and very potent. This field, as you go competitor to competitor, top-notch equipment, anybody's capable of the win on any given night.
Yeah, you can't trip up at all here. One little mistake will put you way down to the points order. And he'll end up shutting her down at 3:35 and 9.
Wow, and you look at the last 5 passes, everyone is within 5 feet of each other. This track is staying together, and the crew's putting it back into place to perfection. Brown takes over second place.
Well, rolling up right next, it's the guy that gave away his first pole, coming back, dropping to last, the loud and loaded John Deere out of Farley, Iowa, Brandon Simon.
And this is the second tractor I believe they got from the Boyd family, and on the off season. And he's definitely made one trip down the track, and this other tractor will be very much like his first ride. So be interested to see what adjustments they make.
Going 3:30.1.
Yeah, and that is good enough for 8th place, but 8 feet is what separates Simon from our leader, Rob Russell.
Tim Kaine on the way next out of New Pal, Indiana, the Red Gambler. Been around a while, 44 years of pulling experience of this International 1066.
Yeah, 5th place in the Grand National Points in 19, had a win in Hagerstown, Maryland. 8 top 5 finishes, and he's on the NTPA Executive Board, which helps make the rule decisions and safety decisions for the competitors on the NTPA.
3,000 acres of corn and soybeans. He'll be patient here. Boy, you don't see that very often at all. Tim Kaine not getting down the track, 269 and 6.
Yeah, and I don't know if my eyes were deceiving me. It looked like the stack started kind of leaning over to the left, so to the right.
We've got more coming up, including Robbie Lemke. Stay with us.
We're here for the perfectionists, the champions of doing things right. Whether they're in the shop or in the driveway, they trust O'Reilly Auto Parts, because good enough won't cut it here. For over 50 years, we've been helping perfectionists get exactly what they want and exactly what they need without compromise, turning that problem into a problem solved. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day.
From AP Productions comes yet another mind-blowing DVD compilation of truck and tractor pulling gone bad. Wild Rides, Wrecks, and Fire Volume 8 is more explosive than ever, and it's still every puller's worst nightmare. This DVD is non-stop explosive pulling action that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Get your copy today of Wild Rides, Wrecks, and Fire Volume 8 at ntpapull.com or by calling 614-436-1761. Wild Rides, Wrecks, and Fire Volume 8 is so hot, it will melt your TV.
Restore your engine to like-new performance. Stiction Eliminator cleans and protects all engines with a patented carbon nanolubricant. It removes the harmful burnt oil from inside your engine, reduces wear, and restores power. It's scientifically proven to protect up to 62% more than oil alone. We guarantee performance improvement or your money back. Available at these fine retailers. Real results, powered by science. Learn more at HotShotSecret.com.
Welcome back to NTPA Championship Bowling here from Tomah, Wisconsin. It's the Budweiser Dairyland NTPA Nationals. And coming up right now, it is the Fuelish Pleasure. Case IH MX255 out of Warren, Illinois. It's Tim Brinkmeyer.
And Tim, we see quite a bit here in Tomah, and always good to have him on the circuit. Chasing down that monster pass laid down by Robbie Russell, who's pretty much led from wire to wire, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty in our class. Not too many more left to run.
Front end up nicely, and the distance of 305 and 5.
Yeah, down the pack a little bit ways, but yeah, very nice wheelie. That thing just held there the whole way down the track.
Well, here comes Robbie Lemke, Hillenville, Wisconsin, but unique. He's on the Aces Wild Ride at Case IH MX305.
Yeah, Robbie's the owner of Lemke Motorsports, a high-performance shop. A lot of these vehicles we've seen come down the track, and in other divisions too. Robbie's had a hand in. Been pulling for about 26 years. Wife Angie. He is a two-time Grand National champion.
And on a tractor that's not normally his. And the Aces Wild rolls up at 295 and 8.
Yeah, Lemke subs for fellow competitor Chris Kane and comes up a bit short of our leaders. Rob Russell continues to lead.
This sharp-looking John Deere out of Ohio is a John Deere 7920. It is the Rampage of Danny Schmucker.
Yeah, and the Schmucker family normally campaign a pair of John Deeres along with the Get Her Done. Rampage they're taking around this year, and I think if they found a buyer, Get Her Done might have a new home. But right now we're going to see Rampage pretty much all year, and some cameos by Get Her Done. But the Schmucker family, former Grand National titleist, Danny's on the Canton Fair Board, so we pull out there in Labor Day weekend.
"23 years of proud pulling. It ends up at 323 and 5.
And that run will put the Schmuckers just outside the top 10, and we've got one to go. One to go.
Well, and that one we've seen earlier, the Loud and Loaded, and this one is the Loud and Heavy John Deere out of Farley, Iowa. It's Brandon Simon.
Yeah, Brandon, a former Light Unlimited champion, very decorated in two-wheel drive competition. His father had Grand National titles. So the last pass here of the night in Tomah, and boy, that mark's been holding out there by Robbie Russell. Can Simons get by it? We will find out here shortly.
Can they get by it? You betcha. Wow, last hook of the class. And what do you end up with? 345 and 6 in dramatic fashion. The man from Farley, Iowa does indeed pull out the win here at Tomah. Wow, what an incredible hook right there. We say that Roger Simon put Farley, Iowa on the map. Well, Brandon right there keeps people thinking about it. Greg Randall's the winner circle.
Thanks, Doc. Boy, what a night here in Tomah, Wisconsin. Simon says go for it. Took a second attempt, but You're sure glad you dropped that first hook.
Yeah, we dropped that first hook, and then we came back there at the end and made a few changes, and it made a heck of a pass. And we'd like to thank Sampico and Heartland Lubricants and Simon's Trucking and Simon's Cattle and my brother and all the help that comes with us to make it happen.
And I tell you what, it's been a tough stretch here as you lost your dad a year ago, and quite a change to the whole Simon, competition. You've got Pro Stock. Of course, you had the mod. You got the two-wheel drives. Well, how do you like this Pro Stock?
Oh, we're really liking the Pro Stock. We're just always up for a good challenge, and we think that we kind of got the challenge kind of halfway accepted. We're doing some good with it, and just can't thank Riverside and Weimer and everybody for helping me, and Ron Ament and then his two boys, and just everybody that puts their hands on these things.
Well, these guys from Farley, Iowa are going to make it real tough on the Pro Stock competition this summer. We'll see you next week on NTPA Championship Pulling presented by Case IH.